Think you guys can turn it up a little bit? That's what I'm talking about. Hey there, I'm George Tsioutsioulas. I'm here in front of Roy Thompson Hall for the premiere of Bobby. This film stars everybody. We're going to have words with Sharon Stone, Demi Moore, Christian Slater, William H. Macy. The list goes on and on. A very exciting night ahead of us. We're also going to check in with Michelle, see what's happening with her on her own very own red carpet. So stay with us. Oh, I should also add this. A little later in the show, it continues. We've got Sigourney Weaver and Sandra Bullock joining us for Infamous. All right, that's happening right now. It's a very powerful film. I saw it the other day, and your character is probably the saddest of the bunch in this film.
Sad.
Were you thinking of anybody in particular when you came up with how you were going to play this?
Well, look, there is an aspect, particularly because of the period and what she does for a living, that makes her somewhat of a cliche. And there's, I think we all know people like this, and so I had a few to pull from.
It's not so much a film about Bobby Kennedy, but how he affected the people around him, normal, everyday people. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's ultimately what's, this is not a biography of Bobby Kennedy. It's actually a biography of America at that time, and that's why you're able to assemble this huge cast, because each of us have our little piece in saying not only what their association with Bobby was, but then what it represented not only in his life, but in his death.
It was very powerful. I actually wasn't expecting it to affect me as much as it did. And even though I knew the outcome, it was a very powerful closing scene.
I think, too, because we're in a place in the world where we're starting to recognize that corruption doesn't pay, and that the purity and integrity and dignity of these kinds of men who, at all costs, at every cost, speak out for integrity and dignity and the dream of peace and the dream of really doing it for the right reasons, and that to be a politician, you can be a great person and a good person.
It does feel important, this film. I saw it with some of my friends in LA, and especially guys my age. Without apology, they wept for 10 minutes after the film. And I think the film is affecting and well made. But more to the point, guys of my generation, men and women of my generation, it reminds us of a time when it was all possible, when we had hope, when we believed in the process and we thought we could change the process, when the power resided in the people, we thought. And maybe we can reclaim some of that.
I'm curious to get your take on what you feel Bobby Kennedy represented.
He represented a great deal of strength, courage, integrity, faith in humanity, and the direction that he wanted to lead the country in.
I don't think we've had anybody like that.
We've had glimpses, I think, and I've definitely supported some politicians and felt comfortable and safer and slept better at night, but I haven't been sleeping that well lately.
I had the opportunity to show a side of me that people haven't seen at all, so I'm really excited about the response and the reaction to, me being a political activist.
Yeah.
There was a lot of camaraderie, even if you didn't necessarily have an in-depth conversation with someone. There was a shared purpose. We were all there for the sole purpose of supporting Emilio and doing the best we can for this project. We all loved it.
That was a star-studded affair. Wow, that was exciting. All right, we are going to continue with the excitement because Michelle is going to take over. She's got her own thing happening over at the Elgin on the red carpet. And a little bit later in the show, Sandra Bullock, Sigourney Weaver for Infamous.